Today I will teach you the series data structures in Python Pandas. Now, what is series in Python Pandas? Pandas series is a one-dimensional labeled array, like object that can hold data of any type. So it's just like a column, and in that we can store the values of different data types. And this particular series will be holding its index also. The index could be an alphabet, or it could be number, or it could be a date. So a Pandas series can be thought of as a column in a spreadsheet or a single column of a data frame. Now data frame is a combination of two or more series. So every series we can call it as one column. So a column in a spreadsheet is considered as one series, or a column in a data frame is also being considered as a series. Now it consists of two main components, the labels, or we can call it as index, and the data. So in the column we have, or in the series we have the data, and we do have the index values also. Now if you can see, here we have series 1, series 2, series 3, and series 4. We have two things. One is, so this is the main thing here. This is actual data A, B, C, D, E, F, and these are the index numbers. So if you don't give any index numbers, by default it will start from 0 to n minus 1. So here we have 6 elements. So it's starting with 0 and ends with 5. Suppose you take series 2. I don't want 0 to 5 like numerical numbers. I want to put index as A, B, C, D, E, and F. So here the data is being I put in the numerical format, but the index I want to change. Apart from 0, 1 to 3, I want to put capital A, B, C, D, F like this. You can change it. Then if you take series 3, here we have a data of list, then I have alphabet, then a number, then a tuple, then a dictionary, and then a numerical number. So here also by default the index number is starting from 0 to 5, and here you can see the index is being changed to the date format, and this is an actual data. So the index by default it starts from 0 to 5, but you don't want these numerical numbers, you can change like this. So here this actual data is playing the main role. So this is only one column, but internally it will hold some index numbers. So this is not the actual data, this is only the actual data. When we talk about data frames, it's a collection of series, so we go for rows and columns concept, but here it's not like that, it's only one dimensional array. Now creating a pandas series. Now a pandas series can be created using the following constructor. So we do have a class called series under this particular module called pandas. So the syntax is it holds 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 parameters. One is data, one is index, one is data type, one is name, and was the copy. Coming to the parameters, first one data. Data takes various forms like n-dimensional array from NumPy. Then it could be a list elements, or it could be a constant. So in the previous slide I was showing you, you have a alphabet, you have a number, you have a list, you have a tuple, you have a dictionary sort of thing. So the data could be anything. Index values must be unique and hashable with the same length as data. So suppose you have the data is 5 elements, so you need to have the index also 5. Default is np dot n a range of n if no index is passed. So a range function is going to start its index number from 0. So as I said, if you don't give anything, it will start from the 0. np stands for the numpy. Okay, if you don't pass any index, it will start from 0 to n minus 1. Now d type is nothing but data type. If none, data type will be inferred. So automatically the data types can be considered. Otherwise, you can restrict that. Okay, I want only the integers. So the one-dimensional array, that is series, can be holding only integers. Suppose you want to stick only to float, you can give like that. Suppose you write d type equal to float, only floating values can be considered. If you don't give anything, any type of data can be taken into consideration. Then name of the series. So you have multiple series. In order to identify that series, you need to give the name for the series. So we have a name attribute, and we have a copy. For copy data, default is false. Suppose you have an original copy, and any modifications you are doing, it will be reflected into the original series only, but sometimes I don't want to disturb the original copy. I want to make a different, the modification on a different copy. So unit rate copy equal to true. Then it will be making a different series, and it will be working. What are the modifications you are going to do? That will be affecting only onto the copy of the original data, not on the original data. Unit rate copy equal to true. Then now how to create an empty series? So if no data is provided to the series constructor, that is pandas.series, it will create a basic empty series object. So for example, you can see here, I need to import pandas library and giving an alias name, that's a duplicate name as, or the logical name as PD in short. So you need to write import pandas as PD. Now whenever you want to access any of the functions or the classes, you can directly use PD instead of writing the complete word called pandas. So now I've taken a variable called s and assigned with the pd.series. Now here I am not entering any value, so the series is empty. Then display the result. Now print resultant empty series, and I'm trying to print that particular series value. So I can see this is the, till here you are going to get the output, and finally this s, whatever is holding here now, that is going to receive this list, whatever you're seeing is empty. So it means series is empty. And data type is object type. Object type implies it could be integer, it could be the string, or it could be any other thing, but as of now we don't have anything, so the data type is object. So we are trying to create an alias name for pandas called PD, and pd.series, if you're calling the default constructor where you don't have any elements, that is nothing but empty series you're creating. Okay, then you are printing that, so you can see no elements are available. Now creating a Python series using list. Now import pandas as PD, again the same thing. Then I've taken one list, 10, 20, 30, 14, 50, 5 elements in the list where you can see the square bracket. It implies a list, and this is acting as a list variable. Now pd.series constructor, and this data complete list I'm passing as a parameter here. Then I'm creating a new series called series 1. Then I'm printing that. So now here this particular list has been given to the series. Then we'll see what is the output. Now how many elements are there? 10, 20, 30, and 40, 50. And here I have not given any index. So by default, if you don't give any index, it will take 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can see the output like 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50 is in list element. But these are the index values. You are not giving any index values. So 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 till n minus 1. 5 elements means 0 to 4. It is going to take. Now here since all are integer here, so the data type is also been int 64 bits. Okay. So you need to understand like the 5 elements, your data is there. Now this is an index number. Since you don't specify an index, no problem. It will take from 0 to n minus 1. Now usage of labels in Python series. The labels in the Pandas series are index numbers by default. Like in data frame and an array, the index number in series starts from 0. Such labels can be used to access a specified value. So for example, here again take the same example. You are creating a PD as an alias name for pandas. Then you take one list of 5 elements. Then here pd.series of data, you pass in the complete list. And this is the series variable. From that I want to access the third element. So this is 0 index, this is 1 index, and this is 2 index. So I can just access the individual elements by giving the certain index number. Okay, series of certain index number will give the element. So you can see the output 30. So this is 0 index, 1 index, and 2 index. So the 2 index you are giving it, so you are getting the output as 30. Okay, now we can also specify labels while creating the series using the index argument in the series. Now here again the same importing pandas. Then here a list variable called a, that is 135 elements are being specified, and that complete list I'm passing here. But here one thing you can observe here is index I'm giving. Index equal to x, y, and z. I don't want 0, 1, 2, 3 index. I want x index, y index, and z index for x for 1, y for 3, and z for 5. And then print that. So if you can see the output, you can understand. So this 1, 3, 5 are actual data. 1, 3, and 5 are the actual data. But here you have observed that 0, 1 and 2 actually you are going to get. But here I'm specifying index externally. Index equal to how many elements are there? 3 elements are there. So 3 index values you need to give. So x is for 1, y is for 3 and z is for 5. So like this you can change the index values also. Now, usage of labels in Python series. To access the series elements, we use the specified labels instead of the default index number. So the same program here 130 and 5. The three elements are storing as a list in A. And here also I'm giving index x, y and z. X for 1, y for 30 and z for 5. But here you can see I'm giving this my series whatever you created of y. This is the index number or index value. So the second y is mapping to what? 30. So you're going to extract the 30 as an answer. So instead of number, I'm giving this label as an index value. So you can see you're going to get the output as 30. Suppose if I give x, your answer will be 1. Suppose if I give z here, your answer will be 5. So like this also you can extract the elements. So you can change the index labels and you can access those elements through the index labels. Now creating series from a Python dictionary. So here again import pandas as PD, the logical name. Now here grades is a dictionary variable. Here you can see the flower braces. Semester 1 is a key and 3.25 is a value. Put a comma. Semester 2 is the key, colon 3.28 is a value. Then semester 3 is a key, 3.75. So 3 elements are there totally. And this is been stored into the grades the dictionary variable. Now this complete dictionary I'm passing is a parameter for series constructor, pd.series, and it is been storing into the new series. Okay, and print that. Now here we don't have any specific sort of index I'm mentioning, but this key will be acting as an index, and this is the value. This is the index, this is the value. This is an index and this is the value because indexing are not performed on the dictionaries. So this is index or the label, this is the value. This is an index, value, index and value. So totally 3.25, 3.28, these are all floating values. So data type is also been float 64. Now notice that the keys of the dictionary have become the labels. So this is a label, this is a label, and this is a label. We don't have any 0, 1, 2, 3, or I don't have any sort of things. Okay. Now we can further customize the series by selecting specific items from the dictionary using index argument. So here the same program. So we have semester 1, semester 2, semester 3. But when I give index equal to only semester 1 and semester 2, even though you have 3 elements here, only your output will be showing only 2 elements. So like that we can customize. So you can see semester 1 3.25, semester 2 3.28. Semester 3 has been not taken into consideration because I given index equal to only 2 keys, semester 1 and semester 2. The keys of the dictionary have become the labels. Okay. Now creating a Python series from scalar. Scalar is nothing but a single value. If you provide a single scalar value as data to the pd.series constructor with specified index labels, then that single value will be repeated to match the length of the provided index object. Suppose if you can see, again I'm importing pandas as PD, then here this 5 is a scalar value. Okay, and here how many index values we are giving? 0, 1, 2, 3. So 4 times this 5 is going to get repeated. Okay, that is being creating a series and store. You can see the output, you can understand. So can you see 4 times the 5 is repeated, but the index number you can see 0, 1, 2 and 3. 0, 1, 2 and 3. But only the 5 value has been repeated. Since 4 index values are there, 4 times it is going to get repeated. And if you can see this 5 is an integer, so you get data type is integer. Okay. Now, I will show you this execution in Google Colab. So carefully try to understand. Just let me open. So you can just go to Google and type Google Colab. You get this page. The first link you just click. Type Google Colab and you get this. And just click this. Now once you click this, you get this online page and you go for you go for new notebook. Just click new notebook. Now this is the page what you're going to get. So if you want to change the file name, you can change the file name here, like series. Okay, so the file name has been changed. Now here, this is the place where you need to type your program. So if you want to just put some heading, like you can write, like if suppose I want to go for creating an empty series, just click, can you see here? You're going to get like this. And if you want to just make it as a bold, you can go for this. Okay, so after this, I want to go for coding, right? So this one I don't want to, just I'm deleting, creating an empty series. So how do you create? We'll see. Now, first step, what you need to do here is just maximize this. Import pandas as PD. So prior to this, if you want to install, you can go for pip command, install pandas. Since it is already holding, you get that required thing has been done already. So you can see requirement already satisfied because already the particular pandas has been attached to this Google Colab. Okay, now next, if you want to go for the next one, you can just click this code. We're going to get the next page. Now here you can import pandas as PD. Okay, then I'm taking one variable called s equal to pd dot series, pd dot series without any values. Then print that series. Okay, just execute this. Now here you can see you got series with no values. This is a list with no values, and d type is object. Data type is object. So no elements are available. So actually we can store any type of data. So that's why it is giving an object. So this is how you are going to create an empty series. Now coming to the next one. If I want to create a series with a list, again import then s equal to pd dot series of, I can do like this, or I can take a equal to sun 1 3 4 5, like this also I can do, and I can pass that a value. Okay, and print of s. Okay, so I've taken pandas as PD, then I create one list, and that list I have passed as a variable, and I'm printing that. So you can see 1345 are the actual data, 1345, but here I have not given any index. No, we're getting 0 1 2 3 as an index by default. Okay, if suppose I just copy this and create a new one, I put here, and here I write index equal to, let's say A, then B, then C, then D. So 4 elements, 4 things you need to specify. Then print that S. Okay, just execute and see what happens. Now can you observe here the index, instead of 0 1 2 3, I got ABC, this one ABCD, ABCD, and these are the actual data. But here it was 0 1 2 3. I have not specified anything. So by default it goes from 0 to n minus 1. So 4 elements means 0 to 3. But here you don't want that 0, 1, 2, 3, you can change. Okay, so this is how you are going to write index equal to so and so. So here the index values or the labels are being changed. Now coming to the next one, let's suppose if I take this, and here I want to go for access the number called 3, this one. So index number I want 0 and 1. So 3 is holding the index number 1. Okay, so series of 1, if you take s of 1, you're going to get this 3 as an answer. Just let me check. So like this also we can go for individual element extraction. Okay, so you're giving the index number 1. So 1 is standing for what? 3. So you got the output. Now suppose I change it to 2. Your expected answer is 4. Okay, so like this also you can extract the values. Then if suppose I go for this, maybe I'll write here only. I've taken the index now, A, B, C, D. Print of S of, maybe I'll write some B value. Okay, just print that. Can you see 3 you're getting? So B value is what? B is value is 3. So you're getting the answer as 3. Suppose if I give D value, D, can you see you're getting 5. So whatever the index labels are given, that has been used for extracting a single element. Okay. And then can I create the series from a dictionary? Since already import pandas has been done number of times now, again there is no need of repetition. Directly I will write something like grades equal to dictionary. You are going to start like semester 1 with 2.24, then sem 2 colon 3.45, sem 3 4.3. Okay, now this is a simple dictionary what I'm creating. Now I'm creating S1 as a series, pd dot series of grades. Okay, so the change you need to observe here is the sem 1, sem 2, sem 3, whatever you're seeing here, that will become as a label now. Okay, so you can go for print of S1 and just execute this. Can you see? Sem 1 is a label, its value, sem 2 is a label, and sem 3 is a label. So the keys are becoming as a label. This key is becoming one label, this key is one label, the third one is also becoming a label. Okay, so especially for dictionary, the keys are becoming as a label. If suppose I don't want all 3, okay, I'll just copy this. I don't want all 3, I want only 2. So here in this, after the grades, you just write index equal to what all you want, sem 1 comma sem 2. That's all, only 2 semesters I want. Just print and run it. Can you see only sem 1 and sem 2? So like this customization we can do. If suppose I want only sem 3 and sem 2, just execute. You get sem 3 and only sem 2. So it depends. So this is a one way of customization. So this key is acting as a index labels. Okay. Now if you want to work out with the scalar value, I'm not importing pandas every time. Once it has been done, it's enough. So now I go directly for S2 equal to pd dot series of, I put some number called 5 and index. equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then print the test. Now here I want to repeat this 5 for how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4. So can you see the 5 is repeated for 4 times, but the index number is starting with 1 because I given 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many values are going to get? Suppose if I make it as 5 and 6 and execute, so that many number of times it is going to repeat. Okay, so in this way you're going to just create the series, which is a one-dimensional column, and you can provide the index numbers where the data already you have been specifying is same, but the labeling or the index could be changed. Okay, so this is how we are going to execute the series. So I not put any sections, but I covered everything in this. So if you want to insert in between any sort of section, suppose I want to just insert here, you can just go for this and text. Now here you can write creating series using list. Okay, then here you can mention creating series using dictionary. So like this you can mention whenever it will be clear for you people to understand. So this is the place where you can just remove this, and here you can just enter this way. Okay, so this is how you are going to do. Then you can just save a copy in drive or directly save and just download this. So this is how you are going to get that particular file and save it, and you can upload later on and you can continue. So I hope I have given the input on what is series and how to create the empty series using list, using dictionary, and how to access the individual elements, how to change the labels. So if you like this video, do comment, subscribe, and share it to your friends. Thank you.